This is the Grey Area Podcast, talking all things rap and hip-hop from the UK to across the pond. The facts are black and white, but our opinions are somewhere in the middle. We're about the music, not the gossip. Positive more than negative. Quality over quantity. Substance is worth more than clickbait.
Everything I spit rare, we shine in that Grey Area Podcast. They talk about hip-hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I'm spitting, I be making people don't spin.
Right, let's start. I want to start with a quick quote from Tyler. Yeah, back in 2014, he said, "I hate rapping. I'm pretty bored with it." So what do we think changed?
I don't think this is rap.
You don't hate rapping now.
I don't think this is rap. I think this is just the album he wants to make. And it so happens that sometimes he delivers that material in a rap poetic style. But
it's been a while though.
The thing, because he's released a lot of albums in that time though as well. He's released Flower Boy and Igor. And in Igor, definitely he explored outside of rapping. So much so that as a rapper and a hip-hop artist, you'd want to come back to that afterwards and pay dues to that old style you used to do.
Yeah. But even with Flower Boy, he made a point of making the verses really short and concise. I think he even said that in interviews. It was like, I just wanted to make my point and then be done. What about you, Phil? What do you think?
I don't know, mate. Maybe it's on reflection, or it's like the feel I get is that, I don't know, he knows what he wants in life. He's mentioned it before that I don't know, I think he's at peace with himself and he wanted to come back to rapping. Maybe at that point he wasn't happy with it, but now he feels happy with himself. He knows what he wants to do, hence why we're coming back to the rapping. I think after, I don't know, you kind of see a projection with his albums, and you kind of go on a journey with Tyler, and I feel like he's at sort of peace really with himself, so he wants to come back to rapping and hip hop. That's how I feel anyway. I could be wrong, but that's the notion I get from Tyler really.
Something I noticed is that he, first of all, I feel like there were hints in the last year or so, like the West Side Gun feature, the Freddie feature, things like that. The song with what was the song with Tierra Whack and ASAP Rocky? What was that one called again? Do you remember? With the Tokyo Drift sample.
Remember that? Potato Salad or something like that.
No.
Not even.
It was the Little Yachty song.
Oh, that's a big tune. That's a big tune. That's a big tune.
But guess what?
That was.
But, TD.
But like,
TD it's called.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one. But what I mean is, in retrospect, I feel like there were hints that he was getting back into his rapping bag. And then I recently saw that he's actually shouted out West Side Gun for his influence and everything. And I think what Griselda have been doing these last few years, and just is kind of testament to how influential they are. And then even if you look at the album, the first beat is it Conductor Williams does the beat? I think it's on a West Side Gun album as well, or one of his projects, one of the mixtapes actually. Michael Irvin, I think the song's called. And then the last beat is co-produced by Jay Versace, who also does a lot with Griselda. So it kind of comes full circle in that way. But yeah, basically I feel like what's been going on in the rap world, especially what Griselda are doing, has had an impact on Tyler.
Also, he can afford to do it as well. He made Igor, right? He's not just only making rap music. So you can do that. You can afford to do just a straight rap album and still have the massive impact of like the universal status that Igor had. That's what I hope in my head anyway.
Do we think this is a rap album? Because I don't think. I think Tyler exists in his own little realm where he, like I said, he just raps a bit.
He's made his own genre. Yeah. Like the aesthetic is all that.
Nobody else could do something like this and it come off genuine. It just would feel a bit, he's doing something a bit different. But this is kind of Tyler through and through.
But this is 100% a rap album, though. The only song he's not rapping on is Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair
enough.
I
was going to say that. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right in that Tyler is in his own lane and that Tyler is Tyler. You know, there is no getting away from that. But with this one, and especially with the inclusion of DJ Drama, it's a rap album. He was intentionally trying to make a rap album here, I think. And what did we think about DJ Drama as well?
It's good.
Incredible.
Yes.
It's good.
Sets the tone.
I loved it.
Yeah, definitely.
It took me
Gasses
straight back to them times when you listen to mixtapes.
I feel
Exactly. When you hear that gangster grizzles, you know what I'm talking about, man.
Let's give us
that's another soundbite right there.
Yeah, he's just giving it to us now.
Been waiting for that. But I feel like whenever rappers want to go back to, I don't know if you've noticed this, when some rappers want to go back for that, they want to get that hip hop, that pure hip hop rap energy, or they want to kind of get into their sort of braggadocious bag. They go to DJ Drama, like Childish Gambino did it. Do you remember when he released the Kwai EP and the Stone Mountain mixtape? I'm sure that was a Gangsta Grillz mixtape.
This is the thing though. DJ Drama's mostly linked with mixtapes, so it's interesting he utilized him for an album.
Yeah, but he's someone that if you like on a basic level, it's a guy just kind of chatting shit and shouting on a record, but it's actually so much more than that. Like the energy that he brings to this album, I think is.
But it mirrors what J. Cole had on his album. This whole idea of like the album is being started on this energy by this person. Like, I'm not even coming in yet. I need to be excited. It almost gives you a vibe like this is a gig type thing. Like you're waiting for the main event to happen, and it is warmed up by DJ Drama in this case.
God, he says some wild things on this though.
In the live show that Tyler done for this album, like I know DJ Drama wasn't actually there for it, but there's moments when he does that like talking to Drama in some of the tracks, and like Drama starts shouting at him, and it's coming through the speakers. It just sounds sick. It works really well in a live show setting. This album.
Oh yeah, definitely. And is this the best that Tyler's ever rapped?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I definitely.
If you class the trilogy, the starting trilogy he had as its own separate thing versus this is a different level of rapping, and it's not as in your face. He's actually quite a good storyteller, because there's a narrative here that I haven't really clocked onto yet, because I haven't digested all the content that's out yet. Like even the other day, he sent me that video. he posted that video of that Converse thing. I don't know if you saw that I posted in the group.
Not yet.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
It's building out the world. There's so much things that are coming out every week, every other week. Like if we'd have done the review and we were meant to do it, we would have missed 2 music videos and this other little side skit thing.
You're right though. Actually, the first 2 in this trilogy are actually like rap ability wise, they're just as good. They're just less frequent in the tracks and everything. He's doing like 3 verse raps, and like even Wilshire with like 6-7 verses. I don't even know how much that is, but the quality on Flower Boy and since then his raps have just been incredible.
100%.
And it's less in your face.
Triple threat back to back, man.
It's less in your face offensive stuff, and it's like he's actually talking about himself.
He was just a bit immature before.
Kids.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by like Tyler finding himself. I don't know if he's like at peace with himself, because in the first sort of trilogy, I feel that he was immature, he was young. He's even referenced that. So I just feel like he knows that he's, I don't know, I want to say the word grown up, but he just feels like he knows what he is now. He knows what he's going to do. And that's what I get from him, especially when he's rapping.
Yeah.
So
I think he's always been a talented rapper, but I feel like back then it was a bit more rough around the edges, whereas now he's like honed his craft. Like it's his flow on this, the way he switches up the flow as well is just, do you know what I mean? It's just like back then he's
now,
always had stuff. Yeah. He's always had stuff to say, but now he's doing it. It just sounds so good. So good. And maybe that, like the whole thing with Flower Boy making things more concise helped with that. I don't know. But like on this, every track is just, I'm talking like the delivery, the way he approaches tracks is just, like you say, Kieran, it's like masterful.
100%. Yeah, like he doesn't waste the lyric on this album at all. It's so hard to unpack, because every single lyric it's like the J. Cole album. Like every single one hits you different, and it's like it's such a deep listen to go through. I was trying to break down the lyrics today, and I just had to give up, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
that's what Kieran's basically
was
saying.
Was that a soundbite?
Maybe. That's what Kieran's basically saying. He said, "Oh my god, I've never seen nothing like this."
yeah,
Trust you.
I thought we were getting ready for a listen there.
No.
But yes, Sam, you said something before, so we can segue that.
What did I say? I forgot.
It's all good. I'll remind you.
I think I said.
seen nothing like this.
That's what I said. That's all I ever said.
No, you said, Sam. You said you mentioned the narrative, right? Yeah. And what I picked up on this is that it was non-linear as opposed to Igor, which was a very sort of clear 3-act chronological structure. How do you lot feel about that? Because Sam, you said you're still kind of digesting it.
It's still a love story,
is that a
though.
good thing?
Between those 3 albums, yeah, let's just say Cherry Bomb is its own thing. It's out the way. But Flower Boy, Igor, and this, it's all about women and love stories or men, whatever he's into. I don't really know with this album. I think he's talking about a woman, but he might be talking about a man. I'm not judging in any type of way.
That's the thing. Sometimes I'm thinking it sounds more ambiguous now.
I think sometimes he's very clearly talking about a woman in this album, for sure. In Igor, he's talking about a man very clearly, talking about boys and boyfriend and all this type of stuff. But it's all a love story still. And I feel like if I were to listen to Flower Boy, Igor, then this, maybe I would be able to piece together what this is. And maybe there is a story about maybe Flower Boy does something. Igor is like his alter ego. He's kind of on the run. That's why he's got the weird wig and the weird dress sense. And then with this, it's like he's still on the run. He's being a different person. He's trying to hide, but he's like, call me if you get lost on the way to find. I don't really know. I feel like you guys might have a clearer picture.
No, that's what I've tried to do, but it is very hard to digest. It's why I'm listening to that trilogy in that way, because I feel like there's been a clearer picture. Exactly how you've broken it down, Sam, that's a picture that starts to come out. But I'm not going to lie, when you're there trying to break the whole thing down and trying to listen to it is quite difficult. But yeah, it is.
The thing about the persona. Oh, sorry, go on, Theo. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that. Yeah, in this album, I definitely think he's talking about a woman. At first, I thought it was about a man, but it's not. Like Igor, we know, like you said, it's definitely about a boy, but this one's definitely about a woman. But then I'm trying to relate this one back down to Flower Boy as well, trying to connect all 3 together. But it's been a tad difficult. So I definitely think they need to link what?
Sorry, I thought you were done.
I definitely. Sorry, I definitely think all 3 interlink is what I'm saying.
Edit the fuck out of that. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Sean's face was saying, "Edit the fuck out of that."
Yeah. Right. So who's talking? Is it Kieran?
I believe he's trying to.
I do my monologue. I was boasting to do a monologue, man.
Yeah, no, I could sense it.
Oh shit!
Power up.
Woo. I was gonna say, I feel like the personas of Flower Boy and Igor, they're very vague, and it's almost like surrealism to the point where I don't know if this is the real him or not. But I feel like he was lost at the start of this journey, and then he found himself. So I feel like that's the title's making sense. Like, call me if you get lost, because I found myself already. And the persona he adopts as his Baudelaire character is actually basically just him, but just a tiny bit more exaggerated. But all of the stuff he's saying in the album, you listen to the lyrics, everything sounds authentic. He's not putting on a persona. He does these expensive flights. He has all these cars. He's traveling around the world. All of this stuff.
His flex is so mad when we talk about it. He's like, I don't lean, but my house do, off the cliff with the mean view. And you're thinking about it, it's like, he does live like this. His life is actually
all real. Yeah.
He's talking about business stuff. He's like, oh, they tried to give me a loan. I told him keep it. His flex is actually way more relatable and actually mad compared to other rappers, because he does all this very open business stuff that is making money. And if what he's saying here checks out, he's got to be a nearly, how J. Cole said he's on 100 mil, whatever. I think Tyler Creator might be one of the richest. Or
the Odd Future stuff. The Odd Future stuff from early. He started Odd Future and that whole business. He became rich straight away.
Yeah,
it's been years.
It's just mad how relevant he is. It might be a bit early to drop this in, but I think he is an example of a Kanye gone right. Production talent, rap talent, this fashion eye, this artistic eye. But he's actually got a cult following. Kanye doesn't have a cult following who like him and all his shit. We just like him. We just like Kanye. And
every Kanye fan's divided.
Yeah, people just like him. Yeah. And then they like him and the music, or him and the music and the fashion, or him and his outburst. But people that love Tyler, like how we would all say we love Kanye, they love the fashion, the this. He could do anything and it will sell.
Yeah, that's so true. That I've never even thought about it like that. That is spot on.
That's some interesting points, especially what you were saying about the three albums being linked together. Because I've always I view these albums as quite separate personally. Like, for instance, to me, Igor is very clearly like this alter ego or this character, and it's like I say, it's like this 3-act story. Flower Boy to me is probably his most personal and vulnerable project, and I think that one was it was dealing with things like isolation and loneliness, and I think he was starting to come to terms with himself and like his true feelings and things like that. And then Kieran, you said something about this being, I can't remember what you said exactly, but it was coming on to my next question, which was, is this album his least conceptual? Is this the most the lines have ever been blurred between his personal life?
Yeah, definitely. He's living the life.
Well. Who is this girl?
Like,
Did you think it's Kylie Jenner or someone like that?
No,
not Kylie. Is it not Kendall? What? Kylie?
I don't know. I'm asking. I know he's close with that family, but I'm just trying to figure out who it is. It's clearly someone who's in the public eye as well, because of all the hints and drops you get about her boyfriend, and it's clearly some other. It's like a love triangle between 3 famous people.
Yeah. But it's mad because it could be Kendall, I'm not gonna lie. He's proper close with Kendall, even though he parted on stage once. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but that's because they're friends, isn't it? It's like a friendly.
No. But the way he parted was mad though, man. Telling everyone to shake their ass. ASAP Rocky can shake his ass too. Shake it on Jaden because Jaden might like that. Kendall can shake them bones.
Oh,
oh, gee.
What are you saying, Theo? What? Man pulled out that quote out of thin air.
What the hell? How do you even know that, Theo?
Yeah, that's wild.
That is very wild.
Shake them
so
bones.
Wild. What?
That is, boy. You just have to go home. Where's that one?
Theo gone.
I died, man. Oh no, I died when I saw it. It was just at a concert. I was like, shake them bones, man. Oh man, I was in tears.
Tyler is a funny person.
Oh, man.
Honestly, he's probably one of the funniest people.
He's one of the funniest people.
Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about what he does, and that's what makes it even funnier to me. He just says these wild things to people, and there's no repercussions for him because they try to cancel him.
That's his nature, isn't it? Like he's that line about Justin Bieber. So he says it with his chest out. Like everything about him is like on the surface of him, and he doesn't hide anything about himself. And you just love him for that and respect him for that.
But so, Sean, you didn't think that maybe these albums were a bit connected, like the kind of the good albums of the last 5 years?
Do you know what? It's not even that I don't think or didn't think they are. I just didn't consider it. I just kind of viewed it as its own thing, if that makes sense. Just because, again, like I don't know whether Igor threw me off in the middle, because Igor just, again, it's just like this very standalone 3-act story that has a beginning, middle, and end. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no. It just, to me, there was no link. But after you were all saying this, I'm now thinking, I need to go back and listen to all 3 in a row. And I've got no problem doing that, because I think I've said it before on the podcast. I feel like this is like the equivalent of what Stevie Wonder was doing at one point in his career, where it was just album after album, huge amounts of creativity and just, unprecedented. And I mean, the run that he's on.
He's making music more than he's making bangers. Like this is an album that you can listen to some songs here and there, but if you listen to it all the way through, it's still a nice journey. And he loves a transition track. As soon as I see that slash in a track, I know there's going to be a nice transition going on in there.
But the whole album transitions.
Yeah,
every tune.
But I know I've said this a few times. I always say that, to me, that for the past sort of 3 years, or at least since, like I said to Theo recently, Daytona is the best rapper. But for me, Tyler right now is the best artist overall. I think these last 3 albums, considering as well that someone like a Kendrick hasn't dropped since 2017, this guy is on an incredible run, and people are going to look. I mean, people are already documenting it now, but they're going to look back on this, and it's going to go down in history for sure. It's incredible.
I think he has to progress above music.
The other thing I wanted to ask you. Oh, sorry, Sam.
Oh, I think we're on a bit of a delay. But I was going to say, he has to progress above music. He's got to make a film or something. Like he's got to make. He's got to bring all of this together into one thing, and then he'll just be off doing everything. Because I feel like he's limited by music, if anything. Like, I feel like it's actually stifling him. Even though he's doing great music videos to go with it and stuff like that, I think his talents are better used elsewhere. Like this music is a numbers game, and you won't get this same appreciation nowadays for music as you would for a film or a TV show or something.
No, I definitely think he needs to be on film, 100%. I think that's well suited to him, and like he needs to expand himself because he's got that talent.
Comedy.
He has been doing it though, hasn't he? He is doing well.
Yeah, most definitely. But I'm just saying that as a fan of his, musically, I know that this is like his like side hobby now. This like doing music, and he's so good at it. And in conjunction with everything else he wants to do, obviously, I'm in no rush to see these things. I guess being a young creative is hard, and he's now what, nearly 30, I guess. I think he's turning 30 next year. I feel like he's matured to a point, like you said earlier, Sean. He's mature now. He's not just a child. Or maybe Kieran said, I don't remember. But he was a child when he was saying all this mad stuff. And now he's an adult. Oh, maybe it was Theo. Damn. Shout out to Theo.
No, Kieran.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to see a visual album from him. I think
do people do those anymore? The last one that happened like that was Frank Ocean when he was trying to get out of his deal. Endless.
Beyonce done one with Disney last year.
No one's watching that. It's the grey area.
He's kind of given us that, isn't he, with the videos at the moment? Not fully. I know what you mean.
He's teasing
He's
it.
kind of doing it. Yeah. I like that.
He's showing he's got the capacity for it.
The pre-release content was amazing too. That thing on the train where it's like, would you like the salmon? Sorry, we don't have the salmon. Like, what is that? I don't know what that's about. And I wish I could piece
Very
together
similar.
the story.
I think that's
Very
Grand
similar
Budapest
to,
Hotel referencing.
Exactly, yeah. There's a scene on the train with that where they're, I think they're illegally going over the border or going somewhere, and the even not the train staff. I think there's some sort of police come on there. It's exactly, the shot is very, very similar, very similar. But the last thing, just like regarding content and that, and Sam, you said something about this album being about love. I was going to ask you like what you think the theme is of this, or what the themes are. I guess love is one of them. I picked up on, I feel like I get this feeling of like exploration and freedom. It's almost like, for me, it's like an invitation to this love interest to come traveling with him. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
I hate that.
You flipped my view of it now. I thought this was him.
That's cool.
I thought this was him.
I didn't see it like that. Yeah.
I thought he was just going away from said person and exploring the world, and he's like, you know, if you want to come, here I am, and call me if you get lost type thing. But I'm off, and like Kieran said before, he's found himself, so he doesn't need to be on a journey with somebody else. He's on a journey on his own type thing.
I also got the feeling. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, go. You go.
Yeah, I also got the feeling like. One sec, the points kind of just left my head.
Evaporated.
This is it. He's that's the thing. So many thoughts in my head. They all go. I feel like with this album. Oh man, stop it! You're making the thoughts go.
I'm joking. Go.
For me, I felt like one of the main themes of this album is like not proving everyone wrong about what they thought of him, but like Charles Baudelaire, that the concept of the album is like based on to an extent, is just a person in the past that wrote like really dirty or like rude stuff at the start of his career and got panned for it and like criticized and stuff. Sounds really relatable to Goblin Bastard era, right? But then like later on in his career, he got widely accepted and acclaimed. And I feel like Tyler's already gone through that acclaim and acceptance period with Flower Boy and then Igor. So he's like, at this stage now, like, so now look, I'm Charles Baudelaire and you were all wrong kind of thing. And I think just because of how important that name seems to be in this project, I feel like that's one of the main themes of it.
That's wicked. Because I knew that name as well when I did a bit of research and I found out about him, and I noticed that large themes within his poetry, it must be towards the end, I guess. I don't know anything about him, but was love and was travel and was things like that. So, but I didn't know about the early part of his career, so that's really interesting. But it makes complete sense. Man, Tyler, so good,
genius,
so good. Yeah, and speaking of genius, his production.
Fucking hell.
let's talk about how it's evolved as well.
Like, who's J. Cole anymore? Do you know what I mean?
J. Cole's production is, you know what I mean? Other people have done it. Do you know what I mean? People produce like J. Cole, and you can't tell a J. Cole beat from anybody's. They're good beats. Let's not lie. They're good beats. Yeah. But Tyler's got this Neptune-y, Kanye West-ish.
But then it's so unique to him.
Jazzy Stevie Wonder type. It's like
beautiful.
It's so amazing what he does. And some of these beats on here are tough. Like Lemonhead.
I can't lie, when he does the Neptune stuff though, on Corso as well, when that synthy bass comes
Corso.
in.
Jesus,
man.
Oh gosh.
DJ Drama's like, we're teasing them. Let's just drop it in. And
the production style is mad. I'm pretty sure people want to freestyle over that beat at whatever radio station they go to. If they don't request that beat, they haven't been listening to music.
Kieran, you saw the live performance as well, didn't you? Did anyone else watch it?
Yeah.
I've not seen it yet.
The performance of Lemonhead was so good, man. And he tells a little story at the beginning as well.
He says he wants marching bands to perform that song.
Well, he said that he saw a video of
someone playing
college or something.
A college marching band, right?
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. And he's like, I need something with horns. And then he's on the stage doing the flipping, oh my God. So good. The energy.
The production style is through the roof. Right? To give us something like this, 2 high energy tracks back to back, but then also the more laid back stuff that ends the album. And you know, top to bottom, all these songs are produced by him.
Mm-hmm. It's just,
the do you know what it is as well?
Do you know what it is? It's the beats are so layered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's so much going on, but it's almost like, and the Corso for me is like the prime example. It's like organized chaos. There's a bit in it where it's just getting so wild, where it's like the kicks coming in and you hear the chanting and you're like, what the fuck? But it makes so much sense at the same time. I think, right. So for me, when it comes to, and I wanted to talk about this as well, about rapper producers, when it comes to Kanye West and MF Doom, to me are the top 2 rapper producers of all time. Right. And they're like they're on separate ends of the spectrum for me. So Kanye is like the pinnacle of the commercial mainstream artist who produces and raps, right? MF Doom is the underground pinnacle for me. Mm-hmm. And then we said about people like J. Cole and Big Crit, who are great rappers but good producers. Tyler is right up there with Ye and Doom for me. I don't know where he sits on that spectrum. I don't know where
he's coming for both of them.
I think he's brought the underground to the mainstream. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it somewhere in the middle? Because especially the early stuff, in fact, even stuff later on is not really, you wouldn't call it current or like or accessible, but it is at the same time.
Well, Tyler's also always said he doesn't make music for radio, and I don't know which one of these tracks could play on the radio, but is that really a problem? Because he doesn't need them to play on the radio. Like without
he doesn't. He's got
problem.
The cult following.
Exactly.
Look at his streams of like "See You Again" and 911. Those kind of songs wouldn't be on radio, but like they've got so many streams because his cult following makes up for it. And it's like you don't need to have everyone in the world loving you when you've got like that connection with these specific people.
And his fans buy physicals. They all buy physicals. They buy the records.
And his streams are still high.
Exactly.
Oh, his streams are mad high. Have you seen them lately? Especially for this album as well.
It's in the millions.
They are high.
And this album's been out, what, 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
Oh, easily in the millions. Easily. I think What's Your Name is the highest streamed at the moment.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I thought you were.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, no, it's What's Your Name, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess that's the
million.
easy one, though, isn't it? That's the one that everyone's gonna like.
It's the easy one.
Yeah.
And Juggernaut as well.
It's a bit hard to not like Juggernaut, though. Isn't it?
No, Juggernaut.
That's loaded,
man.
Juggernaut is on the first listen. That's the one that stands out to you. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I had to replay that song so many times in my first listen.
I was confused because I didn't look at the track list or anything. I'm like, excuse me, Pharrell?
Yeah.
I was like,
when Pharrell hits that verse.
Oh, man. Pharrell just was in his bag, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that verse was something else. I was a bit like, okay. Well, I had to read
that. Man, little John. Before, speaking of Pharrell, and before we go to the features, just one more thing about the production is that something I've always felt with Tyler, and it's a great thing as well, is he seems to wear his influences on his sleeve, but he's not biting, or it's not like you've heard this before. It's always fresh, but you do hear like Neptune's NERD in there. You hear the sort of soul music that he says he listened to growing up and things like that. But it's always fresh and it's always creative, and he's constantly progressing. Yeah. Like on here, like the beat to me that instantly I was like, oh my god, this is Neptune's NERD, Pharrell, whatever, was Rise.
Yeah, I thought
straight away I was like, oh my god, straight away. But features.
Apparently, Rise was produced by Jamie XX as well. I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah, you reminded me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
what a collab!
That's a weird collab. If they made a whole album together, like an instrumental album, that would be probably one of the most beautiful things ever made.
Yeah,
Tyler's
a top tier producer.
100%. He really is.
He's got to be well respected. Taught himself piano. From the first album to this album, you can hear the difference in the chords and the layering, and it's a lot. Even though Bastard and Goblin and all these albums before that led to Wolf, which if you compare Wolf to what he's doing now, it's very clear that where he was gonna go, but it just wasn't obvious because he was still doing the weird, squelchy, odd lyrics and all that kind of stuff, and the beats weren't where they are now. But like, if you want to be objectively kind of speaking about Tyler, he's a great musician and a great producer. And, arguably, a lot of producers nowadays don't play instruments. Tyler clearly loves to learn instruments and play them. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, in the next album, decide to do a whole, like, analog acoustic thing. I wouldn't be surprised.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly.
Interesting.
There was something else I was going to say that's lost me. Gone.
Features.
Edit features. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, standouts.
Oh, Pharrell and Lil Wayne, man.
Lil Wayne.
Oh, we go there already.
No, Lil Wayne went off.
I'm
sorry. Wheezy went off, man. I was a bit like, oh my god. He
does double time. In an incredible way. Like, he's done it a lot of times before, but I've never heard him do it like this.
But when he was like, Wolfgang.
Oh, shit, man. Gas me.
The way he ended his verse made me laugh, but he was like, yeah. I don't know why that made me
laugh. It was the perfect ending,
having fun in that session.
Yeah. How else are you supposed to end it?
That's the thing as well. Like, before we talk about more features, is Tyler seems to get the best out of his features. He not only places them right, but they just seem to level up. Like
Let me tell you a surprise
Wayne's
feature.
been doing this.
Igor's theme, the intro to Igor. That's Lil Uzi Vert, vocaling on that track.
Yeah, singing all that stuff. I know. Yeah.
But it's when you clock it, listen to it. It's fucked.
No.
I heard. Yeah,
I imagine straight away.
Uzi Vert.
It's the sound that he makes is weird. I'm like, what is that?
That's Little Uzi.
Yeah,
the whole thing's basically Uzi.
That whole album's fucked though, because the thing with Igor is none of the features are listed, so it's like, is that Solange? You know what I mean? You're like, who is this?
Kanye on Puppet comes in so random as well.
That's hard though. The whole of Igor is hard. There's one bit where
Igor's theme is one of the greatest intros of all time.
Igor's theme is
and Uzi Vert done that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh man,
jeez,
that's mad, and I've got it in my head, and I can't. That's Little Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's how hard collab quite a lot, I would imagine. But I think my favorite feature is gonna be a bit weird, yeah. But it has to be on Sweet or I Thought You Wanted to Dance. Wherever Brent Fiaz and that Fanta Hughes woman come in, I just like it. I know it's not a rap feature or whatever, but I just like that song so much. It's 9 minutes, but it's 9 minutes of goodness.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's one of his best songs, for sure.
But it is close.
It's the standout, not standout, the centerpiece of this album.
The close one was What's Your Name? Because I never really liked Young Boy.
Talk about it
again. But he kills that.
Biggest surprise. Biggest surprise.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Oh my god.
It's one of the verses of the album.
He says a lot in there.
Biggest surprise for me. Surprise. I mean, for me, my favorite was Wayne. Like, Wayne killed it. Completely killed it. Even just I had to wheel up when I heard the first few lines when he was talking about the Mother Nature arguing with about some baby father beef. I don't know what he was talking about, but I was like, whoa, I need to go back.
Yeah.
And in a way, he ended the verse as well. He says, "The wind beneath my wings, desert eagle underneath my coat." Oh,
Yeah.
He just seems to be aging like a fine wine, this guy.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? He's
100%.
doing this a lot. I remember when I heard that Magnolia. Is it Magnolia?
Magnolia.
Of that
Oh,
last
no. Mahogany. Fucking hell. Mahogany is
Jesus
disgusting.
Christ.
That's in his top
Jesus
10
Christ.
songs of his whole career. It's mad.
Again, he's just like, he blacks out and just goes off completely.
The thing is,
goes
like,
off.
he freestyles, doesn't he? He smokes bare weed in the studio and then just comes out with a freestyle. He's rapped since he was like a kid, so it just makes sense. Like, he's honed his brain to.
Hasn't he been rapping for nearly
make
about
stuff like
30
that.
years? Because he started when he was like 12 or something crazy like that.
Wait, how old is he? Is he like
Late
38,
He's not even 40.
36?
Nah, he can't be 40.
Yeah, he's late 30s.
He's got to be late 30s.
He's nowhere near 40.
He's been
Well,
rapping
he's
since he
not-
was
He's
like
38.
6 or
He's
something.
38. Yeah, he's been rapping
There
since he
we
was
go,
a
yeah.
teenager,
So, yeah.
like a full teenager.
Nah, younger, 6. I think he was like a kid when he
Nah,
started.
let's check. I think you're thinking of Bow Wow, but we'll see. I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
I know he started at 12. He started at
No.
12. He started at 12.
Bill
Like I
Bow
thought.
Wow. Yeah.
Signed to Birdman at 12. So he's been rapping for 26 years. That's
Bloody hell,
insane. No one alive has got a 26-year long career and can still drop a verse that's like insane like this. And Lil Wayne used to move culture.
Definitely. And like, I knew he wasn't 40. I think I said he was nowhere near. That was bullshit. But what is he going to be like at 45, 50?
He's
If he
probably dead.
stays like this on this trajectory. No, but he's not doing the lean like he used to. You can hear it. Do you know what I mean? There was a point where Wayne just sounded rough, like it was, and he was having the seizures and all that. Now he sounds clear.
I need Lil Wayne to go back on the lean, and I need to hear the lighter clip
No.
before I need that back. I need that back.
Yeah, we can have the lighter click. but
You want
no
Weezy
lean.
F?
I need
don't
Weezy F
lean.
baby, and the F is for fuck though. I need that.
Wayne
That's
don't lean.
that's a quote, bro.
I need that.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
I don't even remember what song.
Oh,
it is.
jeez.
He said a lot of it though. He said the F is for fornicate, the F is for phenomenal, and F don't even start like that.
Ferrari.
Wayne's, it's not fair. It's not fair for other people. The other one that I liked, but I mean, I've always thought this guy had a strong pen is Domo. Or Domo.
Yeah,
Domo
his-
Jones.
his
when
career-
his
Oh,
verse
Domo-
comes
no,
in,
he's yeah.
No surprises there,
he's
man.
good. Yeah.
No surprises there. Like,
I've
he-
always
He had a good little mixtape in the beginning, some kind of stoner thing back when Odd Future was all still together. I think it was Genesis or something like that.
Did ya?
Had Mac and all those people on it. It was a heavy hitting thing. Then he just stopped.
we
I
had
don't know why he
had-
stopped.
For me, he was killing features. He was on the Pinata album. He's got the great verse on Wolf. I'm forgetting loads now, but he had loads of good features. He had the mixtapes, but then the debut album called Genesis didn't quite hit. It had the single with was it Mac? Was it Mac Miller?
Could have been
It
Mac.
might be
It was
Mac.
one
Yeah,
with Mac.
it might have been
It
Anderson
might be
Paak.
Mac.
That was about to say
yeah,
that was
Oh,
another
there
big
was that as
feature,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a nice single, but the album just didn't, for whatever reason. Maybe I need to go back. It just didn't quite hit. And
It'll
then,
probably
like you
sound
say, it's
better
got-
in hindsight.
You know, he started rapping as a joke though. Him and this guy Jasper started rapping as a joke in the Odd Future days, but then Domo decided to take it seriously, and then it was like him, this guy called Casey Veggies, Vince Staples, and only really Vince has, well, and Frank Ocean, but he was never really in. Vince is the only one that's been able to make a viable rap career out of the whole of those people. God knows why.
Yeah, Vince was
What
always
about L
special. wasn't he?
Sweatshirt as well, though?
Oh well, he's on his own thing.
Oh, it's different.
He wasn't even there for the beginnings of it. I remember listening to his
Oh
stuff.
yeah, he's
that-
a new addition. Yeah.
Well, I remember when he was away in Samoa or whatever, I was listening to his original stuff, and he had this one song. I can't remember the name of it, but it was insane that what he was rapping about, like, and he hasn't ever been on that level ever since. I have to find that track. Go on,
I'm just
That was a
looking
weird
here
one.
at Domo.
Yeah.
Domo's features around like sort of 2013, 2014. He was on a Prodigy album. He had a couple features on Doris. There was the Pinata Posse Cut, the Flatbush Zombie stuff. The guy was dropping feature after feature. And then, the album dropped 2016. And he's not really done that much ever since. Not really.
Do you think
I don't think he's released another album.
Do you think he doesn't want to type thing? Like there has to be a reason why he's not.
I don't know.
wanting
I
to
don't
do
know what it
stuff.
is. I don't know, but the guy's he's a great rapper. I think he's got another I think he can release a good project, but you know, we'll see. Maybe this will be like a spark. Maybe we'll start seeing more from him. I don't know. The other feature I love was Uzi. That's probably the most I've enjoyed something from Uzi since EXO Tour Life. I'm not going to lie.
That's a big song, though.
I'm not. Yeah.
No,
EXO
that is
Tour
a
Life
big,
is
huge
an
song.
immaculate
Great song.
As a big tune.
Great song.
It's
But
a big tune.
Kira knows I'm not a big fan of him, really. You know, we can talk about another time. But this feature here, he can rap. I didn't know he could rap like this. That was hard, that feature. Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
Uzi's
that
my
Tyler's
guy.
bringing something different out of Uzi?
Yeah,
Clearly,
I want to see them collab
no, he
more
did.
because they're different together.
Listen, if you're right in saying he was on that flipping Igor intro
He
doing
is.
that, then
That's him.
Tyler's
That's
got the
I remember hearing him
Midas
say
touch.
that
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm still blown away by that, man.
Yep.
I believe it. Yeah,
Mad.
Tyler's got the Midas touch. Yeah. Before we wrap up, there was one random thing I wanted to see if you lot all clocked on. Did you pick up on a few Wu-Tang references with this album?
Yeah, a lot.
There was.
No.
Me too.
That Domo track sounds like a Wu-Tang. When the beat drops, it's like that classic boom bap comes in.
So the first thing for me was the cover art. It's ODB. It's very similar to ODB's first album.
Oh,
Very similar.
Yes, it is.
Oh
that.
shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
was
the
the one.
expression,
Oh,
everything.
man,
It's
I
kind of
didn't
like
think
almost
of
like a
that.
mugshot,
Yo.
like he didn't expect to take this picture type thing. You're
Mhm.
very attentive, Sean.
It's a passport photo.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Sean's earning his money. That's why we came the big bucks.
And the other one was thanks to Genius, I think, there was a Gravedigger sample on Lumberjack. Yeah.
See, stuff like that I'm not going to clock onto because I'm not
Yeah.
some kind of human computer, you know?
Yeah.
As I said, it's on Genius, but yeah, he sampled Gravediggers, obviously RZA. But I feel like there's a line in here as well about the Wu. I can't remember.
There's a
what
Wu-Tang
he
line.
said.
There is a Wu-Tang
There might even
line.
be a couple. There might be a
Yeah.
couple in this, I think.
There's definitely a Wu-Tang line. I couldn't tell you what song, but there definitely is.
Yeah. But again, like Griselda, Wu-Tang, DJ Drama. He was, Tyler's back with the raps.
He was just celebrating
sure.
hip hop, wasn't he? In the way that he loved it as when he was growing up. You could tell it's like his influences from hip hop that he took when he was growing up, he put out in this one.
One thing
That he wasn't able to communicate earlier.
One thing we can credit Tyler with is his consistency. He's dropped an album every 2 years. And that's not easy in this climate. He's been in this game for 10 years now. This is his 10th year in music in the public eye since Goblin, even though Bastard has technically come out before that. And I really, really do wish that he would just progress. But like, if he wants to do more music, I'm not gonna be mad. Especially if he keeps dropping every 2 years. The next album might change everyone's lives. Who knows?
Tyler's on some shit.
Listen, I'm happy with just the music because I think there's potential in this run to go even further. You know, I think that he's so creative, but also I feel like the album every other year thing is a good formula to have. It's like it's not every year, so you're not overdoing it, but then it's not enough time to sort of sit around and overthink it and develop things like writer's block. It's like he kind of continues the momentum.
Well, it's like he lives a bit
Does
of
that make
life.
sense?
He makes an album, lives a bit more life, makes an album, lives album, and it's a good process he's been on. Yeah, I mean, if he could, do you think he would stop making music like this and just produce for people if people wanted his music more? Because I feel like a lot of people don't want his beats like that because they are so uniquely tailored to him.
It's funny you say that because I was looking at his production discography, and although like I stand by what I said about him being one of the best rapper, producer, rapper, whichever way you want to say it, but I can't think of many classic beats he's done for other people. He's obviously made a lot of great beats, but like off the top of my head, like with Kanye, it's like you just go bang, you just reel them off. With Tyler, I'm like I had to go to the wiki and have a look and see like what has he done for other people, and there are some there, but maybe it would be nice to see him sort of craft an album for someone or just start, making beats for different artists and things like that. But
he's
you look at
made
the
a lot
credits.
of beats for like Mac Miller. I can remember Earl Sweatshirt. I can remember few of the Odd Future people. Like them ones are memorable, quite classic as well. That one with Mac especially is a bonus track on watching movies.
Okay.
But all his albums, all the
That's a
songs
really
he's
good
made for other
Tyler beat.
people are for Odd Future people, you know? It's not like
Yeah.
some other person who's not in that sound-ish already. I mean, he did a bit apparently here for Schoolboy Q, but I didn't know that.
Oh, he did Big Body.
No, he did
That
the
is
Purge.
hot.
He said he did the Purge here.
Mm-hmm.
For...
Mhm.
Oh,
He did
yeah,
Big
no,
Body
he did
on
Big Body.
Blank
Yeah,
Face
yeah.
over the Dog Pound.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
Forgot
did he?
about that.
Oh, damn.
But otherwise...
So
Yeah.
I heard that Tyler's been in the studio with Kanye for Donda.
Oh, shut up.
That was like 1 week
I heard.
ago.
No.
These
No,
things. Don't say these
1
I
week
actually
ago.
heard this.
Yeah, 1 week
Kieran
ago.
Kieran start capping. I've seen that myself. They've been working together. They're in the studio, man. You gotta get the gas high.
So
Kanye West
see.
is coming back. You saw that chain. Did you look at that chain? That chain is so beautiful.
Oh, fuck was that noise? What?
That chain is amazing.
That
I've never seen
chain
anything
is
like it in my
gassed.
life. It was like a Pandora
my
necklace,
God.
but a
No, it
chain.
was.
Kanye's
Guys,
sick.
Donda's dropping tomorrow, 12 p.m. 12 a.m. What?
If I wake up tomorrow and
It's a fact.
and there's a Kanye album,
Man, it's just a snippet though. The snippet got me hella gas. I'm not gonna lie to you. Man.
I've listened to it on repeat.
Sounded
it got me
beautiful.
hella gassed. Hella
It's a
gassed.
lullaby
beautiful.
for my sleep at the moment.
I'm trying to. I was trying to contain myself as well, but no, I think you're starting to gas me now. It's like it's yay season. What? It's dying because you said a lullaby.
Just like picturing Kieran there, like he's done. Dude.
Yeah, I'm singing along. I'm humming. I'm winding down.
it is scheduled to release tomorrow. Apparently,
Yeah, it is. It's on hip hop. Hip Hop DX and everything. It's all there, man. He's dropping.
He'd do us wrong
It's
if
coming.
he didn't drop it now.
you know this is his
There's
10th
no
album,
excuse.
right?
Yeah.
This is his 10th album. This is a big deal.
Oh, you know it's gonna be fire then. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a big deal.
Man.
It's the album that we've been hearing about for years. The Lost
ages.
album.
It's the chain though as well, like you say, Sam, because he's got all his children on there as well. It's just like Chicago,
And no
Sam,
Kim.
Saint.
No Kim
Yeah,
now.
no Kim. I know.
No
So
distractions.
you can
That
just
family
focus on the
ruined him.
music.
Let's not
Yeah,
lie
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
As much
it's
as
true. It's true.
that was the perfect wife for him, for who
it's true.
Kanye is. But this is a Tyler review, so let's get back to that. We can discuss that later.
Okay, back to the topic.
For me, the best songs on here probably aren't everyone else's favorites, but Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance, Juggernaut, obviously, and Wilshire, mainly because of the production, not so much because of the lyrical content on the last two, but Sweet and I Thought You Wanted to Dance. Every time he's got that slash in a track and he does them type of transitions, them tracks just go off. Just love them.
Well, I mean, I can't believe we haven't even spoken about this one, but I've got Massa. I think
You like the
Massa's one of his
lyrical
greatest
content on
songs
that
he's ever made.
That's one of his
yeah,
best
he's-
songs ever as well.
It's incredible.
Oh, I love
The
that.
way that, yeah. Oh.
It was like, to me, it's like a more mature version of his verse in, not more mature, sorry, like a progression of his verse on Rusty. The way he's like addressing.
No, do you know
Shit,
November
but-
as well? It reminds me of
Oh,
November
November.
a little bit.
Yes, it does. It
Mm.
reminds me a lot of November. That does
Yeah.
massively.
No, the Skippy flow on Massa though is just.
There's a
it's
bit in that
disgusting.
song where he goes into this new flow, which is just insane. With like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
And it coincides with the beat switch as well, like the progression in the beat.
Mm.
It's incredible.
Crazy.
That's a good choice.
That was like, yeah, impeccable.
So
Um,
Massa.
My next one was Corso.
Oh,
More,
wow.
that one was
God.
production. The beat on that's insane.
Mm.
And yeah, after that, for pure vibes, it's Sweet. I Thought You Wanted to Dance. Love it.
It's because you like that
Love
sample. That sample has changed your whole life, hasn't it?
When I first heard it, I was like, hang on, I know this song.
Yeah.
What's going on? And then I was like, immediately, oh shit, it's Lovers Rock, Steve McQueen. And then when he mentioned it in the live performance as well, I got a bit gassed because I didn't know. Like, I wouldn't have thought Tyler would be watching that kind of thing, but there you go.
I think Tyler's probably
There you
watching
go.
all kinds of things that you wouldn't even imagine him watching.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he
Possibly,
sits there
yeah.
and watches, drill rappers and stuff like that over here. Because
Well, he made that beat, didn't he? Party for Pop Smoke or Party with Pop Smoke or whatever. Remember?
this is true.
And Pray for Paris.
Yeah, he's definitely tuned into things that you wouldn't believe he's tuned into in weird ways.
Yeah, I agree. Kieran?
One sec.
He's singing that Kanye sort of thing.
Yeah, no, trust. I'm trying to get. Oh yeah. I got my for you. Hot Wind Blows. I love Wayne. I also love the flutes on that. I think I like the flutes throughout this album. It's my favorite aesthetic aspect of the production, but on this track, it's just crazy. Like, it sounds like elevator music, but in such a nice way. Also, I call it sugar. I don't know why, but sweet. And I thought you wanted to dance, especially the second part when he starts rapping. Like, he gives you what, as like a hip hop fan, what you want a rapper to do when they're exploring outside is to tease that rap a little bit at some moment. And he just gave us everything we wanted in that song. Possible. And last one's Safari, because I love good outros, and I just love that beat. It makes me feel good. Reminds me of Madlib for some reason as well. And the first verse in that is just like absolutely incredible. Second verse, like, there's no wasted bar on that. He switches up the style, comes with the deep voices. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's got a quotable in there as well. Was he say something about the suit so fly it would make Medusa's coochie trim or something like that?
Yeah, he says some weird stuff in this album, but it comes off nice.
Yeah. And Theo, last but not least.
Well, all of mine have been named, but yeah. So Massa, Wilshire, and Safari as well. Because honestly, like Kieran says, that outro is it's beautiful, man. I keep going back to that. I love it, man. It puts me in such a good mood as well. What a way to finish the album. I'm just like, it's just stunning.
And like the way drama's like, just like that, we out.
Yeah, exactly.
It gasses me. It makes me want to just play it again.
That's what the best outros do, right? Great. Scores.
Yeah.
Sam?
Why'd I have to go first? You guys are going to be a bit annoyed with this score, but like an 8.7, 8.8, something around there.
I'm all right with it because mine's exactly the same.
I'm not annoyed about that at all.
I'm saying 8.8 just to sound sure. I'm on an 8.8.
Okay. I'm 8.7. 8.7, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Do you want me to go?
Oh, straight Kieran, yeah. Or Theo, whichever one.
No, this is my album of the year, right now.
Preach. That's the same with me. That's what I'm saying. It's higher than off season. Sorry, J. Cole. Man.
I'm thinking
higher.
like
it's album of the year.
Wait, hold on. It's higher. What did we give J. Cole?
It's higher. It's my highest rating. It's my highest rating.
Yeah, same.
Okay, here we go.
Like, I've got them here. Wait, when you say your ratings, we'll go through our.
Yeah, and I'm trying to ground myself because when we did the mid-year reviews. And we were like J. Cole's number one, but then you had to call us all out. Like, didn't we rate Cole higher? So I'm grounding myself a bit now. Like, I like this one and prefer it and think it's better than those two. I gave them really high scores.
Go on, give us the score, Kieran. Hit us with it.
My score's stupid, bro. I gave this album 9.7. I gave this album 9.7. I think, honestly, guys, this is I think this could be the best album of this decade so far. But I definitely think this is one of the best albums of the century too. The production, there's like no track skippable.
No, there is no track skippable.
You've got your points. Honestly, let's get to Theo's and then we can discuss.
Yeah. Mine's not that high, but mine's like it's a 9.1, man. It's the album of the year, 100%. I love off season, but I'm sorry. This is just it's album of the year. Just
who's stopping this?
I'm sweating.
Heard Pusha T. You heard Pusha T.
So this averages out to a 9, by the way. This is a 9.1 if we round up on average.
It should be at least a 9. It should be. This album's beautiful, but the only person that can
9.1.
We still got Freddie and Push to drop, but Freddie with those producers, man, he might be able to do it. But I don't know. This album is it's gonna take something special to top this. for me.
Kanye could do it, you know. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
I think it's already been done, man. Vince's album is hitting way better than this album is for me.
Right. So, hang on.
No, you man never listened to Vince's album.
Vince's one's just a chill 8. Bro.
Wait.
I don't know what you're saying.
Why are you giving out numbers, man?
Boys. We're gonna review it. We're gonna talk about it. So we have to hold back. But all I'm saying is that I think that this Tyler album is the best this year so far. But it's not my favorite.
Yeah. That's why I got to where I got to.
That's all I am saying.
It's a great album. Okay. Don't get me wrong. It's a great album, yeah? And I wish my score could be higher. The only reason it's not higher is I've got to give him room to progress into, you know? Because if we were to have ranked Igor when it came out, I would have been like, it's a 10, straight 10. But then where do you go from 10? You can't go up from 10. So it's like 8.8, climbing up. He'll give us a 10 out of 10 album next album, I'm sure. I could lay money on it.
And this could go up clocked though. When he dropped this new album, everything he released beforehand made more sense to me. I didn't used to understand Tyler that well before. Like, he was confusing. He was a crazy guy. But the trilogy, they're all sick. They're all incredible music. They're all 5-star.
It definitely is.
So the thing for me is, I still think that Igor is his best.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's
personal preference. Because if we're going to be objective here, this album's better production-wise, lyrically, concept-wise. It's better. But
my order changes all the time.
Now, personal preference.
I love Igor, man.
Objectively, features-wise, everything-wise, this is better. This is a better album on paper.
Yeah.
If we
this
were to
album
facts,
doesn't trail off the way Igor does.
I don't think Igor trails off.
Yeah,
I say that. That's
a tiny bit. I'm just saying a tiny bit. I'm just
saying. I don't concur.
I don't agree with that.
I feel what Kieran's saying though. I feel what Kieran's saying.
Igor starts so hard with those first 4.
Yeah, and it ends sickly. Have you heard "Gone Gone Thank You"? Have you heard the end of "Gone Gone Thank You"?
Look. But like, come on,
big.
Yeah, I'm talking earthquake. I'm talking. I think Igor's
and
theme,
it doesn't let up.
Mean?
Running out of time. New Magic Wand. The Boy Is a Gun. Puppet.
New Magic
good.
Wand.
It doesn't
I think that's
stop.
Tyler's best tune. I'm just saying that now in this podcast.
What New Magic Wand?
New Magic Wand is
Igor is disgusting.
I wish I got to see that live.
Igor
it's got his best tracks on it.
Igor is disgusting. I'm sorry.
But as a piece of work, this is a better album.
Are we still friends? Oh, jeez, man.
Call Me If You Get Lost is a better album. It flows better, it feels better, and it ends nicer. I will agree with that, but I will not agree with the fact that you're saying that Igor trails off. Igor doesn't trail off. Igor is a ride.
That's just my thoughts right now, man.
The second you see that slash, you know you're in for a serious track. And Gone Gone Thank You is a serious track.
Gone Gone Thank You is hard though. See, I even referenced that in the What's That group as well because I was listening to it and I'm still blown away by that song. That song is hard, but I don't know.
Tyler dropping "Call Me If You Get Lost" made him from like a mid artist in our generation to the top tier. Like, I can't think of anyone I'd compare other than Kendrick, and I feel like he's arguably above Kendrick now.
He's younger than all the major people. If you want to talk about your Drakes, J. Cole's, Kendricks, whatever, he's the front runner. He's the guy that they wish they was. He's
the new Kanye.
He's cool in his own way, and he's not following trends. Nothing. He sets trends.
I think he was already high tier. Hey, this is Sean, and thanks for listening. We have a bit of an announcement to make. We are now on Discord. Join us to get in on the discussion after each episode. You'll also be able to suggest new content and talk all things rap and hip-hop with myself, Sam, Kieran and Theo. The link is in the show notes. And shout out to all our listeners in India. Our prayers go out to you during these difficult times. Take care.